Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to The Edward. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be giving you my thoughts on the latest and super good episode of our new favorite Star Wars show, Andor, which dropped its newest episode today on Disney+. Ooh, the show is getting good. I mean, it was already pretty good to start off with, but it feels like it's just going to keep getting better with each episode. Now, before I go on and talk too long and too much, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review. If you haven't seen the latest episode of Andor, do not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be going into spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, it was so gratifying to see Sergeant Tight-Ass get fired, clean out all his stuff, and go back home to his mother's house, because that little bastard had it coming. I mean, seriously, the guy needed to loosen the hell up or get a massage or something, because seriously, what the hell bug crawled up his ass and then went into his spine, making him so rigid. Oh, but God, it was funny watching him head back to his mom's house. That was pretty satisfying to watch. Also satisfying to see was Mon Mothma make her debut on the show. We knew she was going to be in it. She's going to play a big role in it moving forward, but she hadn't appeared yet, so now it's exciting. Welcome, Senator Mothma, to Andor. We've been expecting you. And it seems like she doesn't have the best home life. It revealed not only is she married, but she seems to be in a rather contentious marriage almost, where her and her husband are on opposite sides of things. Like, her husband doesn't seem to mind intermingling with other senators who seem to be pro-Empire, where she seems to be anti-Empire, for a dinner party thing they're hosting. In fact, she went out of her way to get a gift for him for his birthday or some kind of celebration or something, but it was also an excuse to meet with her contact, Luthen, played by the great actor Stellan Skarsgård, who did a great job in this episode. I loved how he completely shifted personality to eccentric art dealer or art gallery owner to secret rebel sympathizer with money and connections. You know, that was a fun shift in personality. I love seeing him do that, and I love seeing them talk in code in front of her apparently new driver as well, since they seem to be under the impression that all of their rebel sympathizers and contacts seem to be under surveillance and under scrutiny from the Empire, which they probably are, to be honest with you. But we got to learn a little bit more about him, which was very cool. I love the motivation he gave Cassian on the ship in the beginning of the episode. And this episode was so intriguing and gripping, with everything going on with Cassian, with Luthen, with Mon Mothma, with this Imperial Security Bureau woman who wants to take this case because she recognizes similarities in the incident on Ferrix with Cassian and Luthen escaping. It's very reminiscent of other possible rebel activity in her sector across the galaxy. She seems to be one of the few Imperials who recognizes the ever-growing threat or possibility that there is an organized resistance out there, and they need to get on it sooner rather than later. So it's interesting that her superiors and fellow officers don't seem that concerned or convinced about rebel activity or organized rebel activity at the best. But she seems pretty convinced about it, and they should probably listen to her, but they won't, because they think they know everything, and she's a woman, and they probably think it's easier to dismiss her because of that, and she's not as experienced as they are. But her instincts are on point with this being rebel activity. Whether Cassian knew it or not, now he is involved in some serious rebel activity. And like I was saying earlier, this episode was so gripping that it really had you to your screen like this. I was honestly shocked when it ended the way it did, and the credits rolled up saying directed by such and such. I'm like, oh, that's it? Oh, I thought we were going to see them infiltrate the garrison and carry out this heist and steal that Imperial payroll. Oh, no, I guess this was just the planning episode, and the next episode will be them carrying out the actual heist. Oh, okay. I mean, this episode was so good that when it ended, you didn't think it was going to end because of the way it was going. And when it ended, it kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, oh, Oh, so that's how they're doing this. That's how they're going to end this. Well, okay, I guess we'll have to wait till next week. But damn, this episode was quite gripping. It was pretty exciting. Not in terms of action or like battles and whatnot, but a show can still be very exciting in just storytelling alone. Like if you're telling a good, gripping, interesting story, you don't necessarily need excitement or battle scenes. You just need to have really interesting, gripping stuff happening on screen that keeps your attention. And I think that's what this episode did a really good job of. So I really liked it a lot, as I hope you guys did too. What did you think of this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching and joining me for another episode review. Andor drops new episodes every Wednesday on Disney Plus. Don't miss it. It's a great show. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll like it. If you're a spy thriller fan, you'll also like it. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.